Hi guys, Professor Latimer here today to bring you CC Cycle 1 Week 6 New Grammar and Review. And today I want to show you again how I like to, as I prep for teaching new grammar during the week, I use my foundations guide and I just take a pencil and I'll mark a note of what I want to do for each subject, whether we're going to listen to the song or do hand motions, do my silly dice. I'll just make a note and I can keep this right with me to help me remember what we're going to do. So for this week, we again started out with geography, just because it's easy to go ahead and have the maps laid out. So they have their black and white maps. I have them get out their dry erase marker. And then I have this is a geography trifold from CC Connected from user Capel. And these have been really helpful. So I'll put these in these plastic sleeves around for each student, and it just helps the students get a good visual of what to point at, what to mark on their black and white map. And it helps parents to know where to direct the kids. So we learned about ancient Greece this week. And one note, roads, it may not be on your black and white map because it's so small, but it's here in the Aegean Sea. It's a very small island. So just in case it's not on your black and white maps, that's what that is. For a timeline, we did find the dot again. The students really like that, so I'll take about 4 of the timeline cards in random order, and I'll take my dry erase marker, put a dot on the back, and we'll sing through it once, and then the students will take turns choosing a card, and I'll take it down, and we'll look at the back and see if there's a dot, and we'll go, yay, if there's a dot, and if it's not, we'll go, oh, and then I'll lay that one down, and we'll sing through the timeline again with that card missing, but we'll remember what card was missing when we sing through. Then the next student will pick a card, we'll see if there's a dot, and I'll take that one down and we'll sing through it with that card missing. So by the end, we've usually only got one card up and we're singing through the whole thing from memory. So it's been fun. For prepositions, I've been doing the silly voice dice again, and this is just a foam dice from the Dollar Tree, and you can get like white sticker, like a white shipping label, cut it to a size that will fit, and write different silly actions or silly voices. I like this a lot better. I do have these dry erase dice, and I've tried dry erase markers and wet erase markers, but they still kind of smudge when we roll the dice, so I kind of prefer using this one. And we did that for prepositions. The student would roll a dice and we would say it with that silly voice or action, and then the next student would roll, and we go all the way around till everyone had the chance to roll the dice. For science, what are some major groups of vertebrates? We did some hand motions. So we have fish, we wiggle our hand like a fish. Amphibians, we do, since they're in the water and on land, we do amphibians. So we make a swimming and then a walking. Reptiles, we do like an alligator mouth. And mammals, like we're petting a soft cat. And we do birds, we flap our arms like a bird. So fish, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, and birds. And for math, we use my pointer again. I had them come up one at a time to be the tutor. So I got this from the Dollar Tree, and the student will come up and point through our skip counting. We'll sing through the songs, and then when that student is done pointing, they'll get the chance to circle about 3 numbers. And then they'll go sit down, and the next student will come up and point through them. And when they're done, they circle 3 more numbers. And when we get to a number, we've been doing either arms up and then arms down. Or this past week, we did jump. We would jump every time we got to a circle. So that was fun, especially when we got to the 12s, and a lot of them were circled in a row. We were doing a lot of jumping. And then for Latin, we're repeating again from week 5, our second declension noun endings. And they knew it pretty well from last week, so we just, I said it, and then we sang through the song twice. And I'm really liking these printouts from a website called Suzanne Shares. She has a lot of good pronunciation guides for the different declensions. So just the pictures, and it just helps me remember how to pronounce them correctly. So that's a good resource. And then for history, tell me about some ancient Greeks. I've been there's a CC Tutor Cycle 1 Facebook page, and someone posted these cool history picture sentences. So I've been using these several weeks, and especially when we have people, and I printed these out and laminated them for each student. So I said the history sentence one time, and then we listened to the song and pointed to the different parts of the history sentence, and then we did that a couple times, and we also listened to the song. I had them stand up, and we marched around the table one direction, and when the song repeats, we marched around the other direction. So kind of gets them moving. That's what we did for new grammar. And then for review, again, I got these brain flakes off of Amazon, and I made separate baggies for each student, and I put their name on them. So I had them just build things with these while we do our review time. We listened through the timeline song. And then another thing, I brought back this game, the Pick a Pumpkin. This is just a foam core board from Dollar Tree. I drew a vine on it, and then took some orange construction paper and drew some pumpkins and cut them out and laminated them. It took a while to get it all made, but it's something I used last year and something I'm using this year, so I think it was worth the time that I can reuse it. So, and then I just take a dry erase marker and put the subject in what week, and I lay it on the ground with the pumpkins spread out on top of the foam board. And while they're building, I'll have them each take a turn to come pick a pumpkin, and we'll say that memory work together. So that's what we did for CC Cycle 1, Week 6. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.